All right, well, even if you aren't Irish, you will be August 1st through 3rd because Iowa's biggest Irish cultural celebration is coming to downtown Waterloo. And here with all the details and some whiskey is co-chair of the Iowa Irish Fest, Whiskey Education Committee, Kurt Sunderman. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
First, I want to say the Iowa Irish Fest. It's kind of hard to say sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Maybe a little whiskey would help.
Always, absolutely. That's the answer for everything.
So let everybody know, just in case they don't, what the Iowa Irish Fest is.
Yeah, so Iowa Irish Fest, we're in our 19th year. It's a celebration of Irish culture put on by presented by the Cedar Valley Irish Cultural Association, whose purpose is to foster Irish fellowship and culture throughout Iowa. Yep. So we bring about 30,000 people to downtown Waterloo, take over a lot of that Lincoln Park area.
Wow.
Downtown, and it's a great weekend of activity throughout the weekend. So.
That's about half the population of Waterloo, isn't it? I mean, like 30. Well, that's a lot. So you're bringing a lot of people in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I personally am from Des Moines, and we come over every year to experience it. So
a lot of fun. Well, I am Irish, so this sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
So I should go by Chris Gallagher today, really.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have worn my green too. So let's talk about like tickets and how people can purchase them.
Absolutely. So the great thing is you buy one ticket, it gets you in for the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can buy tickets online or we have select retailers in town. Viridian Credit Union, excuse me, Bank Iowa, Hy-Vee, Shields, the Screaming Eagle and Bootleggers, which used to be Jameson's right in downtown Waterloo, all have tickets, but even better, you can order them online at iowairishfest.com. They are $30 until July 26th. After that, they're $35 at the gate. If you're a veteran or first responder, you can get in for $20 with your ID.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
a
little bit of discount there.
Okay, so let's talk about the entertainment, of course, because, you know, the Irish love to entertain.
I was going to say,
there's a lot of entertainment.
The biggest thing with the event is the music. We have 5 stages, over 30 bands or music groups performing throughout the weekend. Your ticket gets you access to any of the performances. It's not separate ticketing. We have some new headliners this year. We have Scaravo, headlining on Friday night at 9:30, and then we have the Doolins on Saturday and Sunday. But we also have some of the fan favorites that we've had: Screaming Eagles, Blame the Bard, just a lot of great groups. Trinity Irish Dancers are back again, so all sorts of opportunity to hear different groups.
So for the ticket, which I mean ranges either $20 to $35, depending on, you can see 6 bands.
And at any time. Just wander around the fest. As you're going there, you can see our various vendors. We have a ton of cultural highlights. We have workshops throughout the day, highlighting Gaelic language, playing Irish music. We have blacksmiths and weavers and spinners, local artists, just all sorts of things for anybody to be able to do.
Yep. Do you speak Gaelic?
No.
Wait, Cilantro, is that Gaelic?
Cilantro, yeah.
That's all I know.
Absolutely,
Cilantro, But that's the most important one, right?
Of course.
Yes, of course. So all the activities you talked about, the spinning.
Spinners,
Spinners.
Weavers.
So can you can do that too, or you just watch them?
You're just watching. Watching those groups, and the blacksmiths, of course, you're just watching them. But it's really cool. The blacksmiths bring forges in, and they're making little pieces throughout the weekend. We actually have a forge off where a couple of our different blacksmiths are competing against one another to create the most interesting piece in a time frame. So
now, of course, you have all these whiskeys here. You have whiskey education.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So my committee puts on classes to help folks experience whiskey. These classes do have separate fees. You can find out all of that information for the times and stuff on iowairishfest.com and on the Eventbrite page. But we've partnered with 4 distilleries, been great partners with us to help put on these classes. 2 types of classes that we have. One is a master class where you are tasting different expressions from a single distiller. So Whistler is a Boan distillery is one of our master classes. They'll have 6 different expressions from their Whistler and Boan lines. Most of these are also doing master classes. Then we also have whiskey workshops where you're actually getting to get a little more involved. So make your own cocktails with the whiskeys, or a fan favorite is our paint and sip class, where you're working with Brian Sink, the local artist, who's going to lead you through creating a painting while you're tasting some whiskey or wine, depending on what you're
You
interested
know what?
in.
That might make me a better painter.
There you go, yeah,
Just a little
absolutely.
whiskey is
that's
all I need.
Exactly.
Suddenly I'm a Picasso. Yeah.
And one class I'm really excited about, Keeper's Heart, this year is going to be sponsoring a introduction to sensory.
Okay.
So whiskeys, like wines, each one has a distinctive profile. How do you pick those things out? How do you smell what's in the whiskey?
Right.
How do you get past the alcohol smell?
Because everything's, they're kind of all the same, but they're clearly not the same. They're very different.
Very different, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's
So
a lot of fun.
again, those classes are separate sign-up. Each one is $30. In addition, that's
Still not bad.
Not bad, not at all.
Yeah.
And that's outside of your your fest entry fee.
So $60 though for all that entertainment,
yeah,
really,
absolutely.
if you do both.
Yeah, if you want to do both.
Right.
Classes do fill up, so I recommend looking online, registering early.
Okay. How can people do that?
That's at IowaIrishFest.com.
Okay.
Is the best place to go for sign up. That will take you to our Eventbrite pages with all the information. Also, I did want to point out this year we do have an app both on iOS and the Android that will give you the schedules, locations, maps of everything, some insider information.
Great.